I think we're streaming now. Let's see. This is going to be a weird one today, my people. The internet's here. It might not be working too hot. Let's tone it down a little bit. We may have to tweak our settings a little. We're doing something different today. It's going to be a little weird. I feel like, man, it's giving me really low speed. It's good because of the Wi-Fi here. We're dropping frames like crazy. Let's see if that's a little better. We're still working on the kinks here. This is a completely new setup, a completely new environment, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. Let's see if this gets a little closer. Looking like we're having some trouble. Yep, we're working on it. We're working on it. Why are we getting so many drop frames? We're getting just tons of drop frames here. Alright, is that better? Or is that working? Is that working? Let's see. Poor. It's poor. Definitely is poor. Won't deny that. But it does look like we're starting to kind of clean up that problem here. So I'm going to move this to get this a little closer to my Wi-Fi. I'm going to make it better. Maybe not. Let's see. So to give you guys a little explanation of what we're doing here today, if you can hear this, hopefully you can. I'm going to be fixing up my editing PC, which means I'm streaming from the laptop, which is sitting here in the living room. I may need to move this. I wanted to have it close by for you people that have the chat, but I think that we're struggling to get enough. So let's see here. Let me say hi to the chat. Good. Trying to get this setup working. Looks like it's getting there. Probably be a bit poopy. Alright, I think it says it's good. It says it's up. Current bit rate is, I know, it wants more bit rate, but I don't have more to give right now. Yeah, we're still dropping frames like flies. I'm trying to get it just right for you guys. I'm gonna move this and see if it improves anything. Right? But here's a little video what we're looking at. We're gonna be doing some upgrades. So just give me a second. Let me see if moving this thing helps. All right, that didn't really seem to help. But anyway, let's talk about what we're going to be doing here. We're going to try to make it work, and hopefully, this thing cooperates enough for us. I don't know if it's going to, but basically, I wanted to show you guys the upgrades that I'm going to be doing to this score editing machine, okay? This computer is like 4 years old, all right? It's had a little bit of upgrades here and there, but we're doing some major serious surgery today, and I wanted you guys to come along for the ride. So you're also getting a nice little sneak peek of my apartment today. Because we are down here. So basically, we're going to be doing a CPU swap and also replacing this guy right here, this lovely little video card. We're going to be replacing it with a 3060, which I'm very happy about. Let me get that frame better for you guys here. I'm struggling to see what I'm doing here. So yeah, there you go. There's a 3060. I wanted something better, but it's so hard to get something these days that we're just going to have to settle for that. We're also going to be doing a replacement with this lovely Ryzen 3900X, which is a 12-core beast, and I cannot wait to have that in here. So that is basically what we're going to be doing today. I'm also going to be cleaning this out, but I'm going to do it off stream because the vacuum is going to make a ton of noise. I need to use it on here because it's kind of a mess. I'm also going to be throwing in a little USB card here just because I need to get a little extra storage. Also putting back my old hard drives. So this thing here is actually the 1 terabyte solid state drive that I use for all of my editing. and I put it in this little external enclosure so I could bring it with me when I went to the States. And so this guy is going to go back in here, and then I'm going to later on do a drive swap for my NVMe storage, which is on the back of this, I believe. I got to double check that when I take off the card here. So that's pretty much what we got going on today. We're going to be doing some fun stuff. So I think the logical thing to do first here would be to start taking some stuff out and then showing you guys the new stuff. So let me just kind of get y'all situated up here. Let me see if that works. I don't want this to fall off, obviously, but I think we can get it somewhere where it won't be a problem. Yeah, get you down the computer here. That seems reasonable. That's kind of where we want to be. All right, I think that'll work. So I'm going to get it over here. If you ever are doing any sort of techie stuff, all you really need is a lovely set of screwdrivers. Little screwdrivers are very helpful. One big one, you know, so that you can get in there and really get stuff out of this thing. And that should be about it. I'm just going to do a quick stream check here, make sure that the thing's working. Yeah, it's not great, but we're going to try. So, you know, whatever. I wanted to do this on stream, so I'm doing it on stream. So, actually, let me bring this a little bit more forward here. Okay. All right. So, I want to start by getting the old GPU out of here, because it's taking up a lot of space. I'm going to just pull the power cord out of here. Everything's already been disconnected. I did a BIOS update, which was a bit nightmarish, as they usually are, because I needed to do that for the CPU, to upgrade to this new CPU. I'm not 100% confident that that's going to work, to be honest. I'm about 72% confident. Hopefully 72% is enough. We'll find out, I guess. So, okay, couple screws removed, and we can just sort of, you know, give this guy a little nudge. We're going to need to pull down on the tab down here. And it should come right out. And there we go. There's our 1060. This guy served me so well for so long. I have loved it. It has loved me. But it's time for an upgrade. We'll just put that aside. And yeah, so I'm going to be replacing, I don't know if you guys can see down there, I'm going to be replacing this NVMe drive with a better, bigger one, hopefully. That's the goal. We'll see if that actually is what happens here. So yeah, I think that's a little bit better. And let me just turn this light away from you guys so you can see a little bit better. That light was more for my benefit than anything else. Like putting it up here. I kind of want to get it out of your way. But maybe if I just turn up the brightness a little bit. Yeah, seems okay. That works. Okay, because I want some light to see in, so I need it up here. That's where it's going to go. All right, so the next move, I would love to do this while I'm down in here, but I haven't yet copied the files over to the new drive, so I'm not going to bother with that right this second. Doing it outside Windows is going to be a huge pain in the butt, so we're not going to do that. We're going to just start taking off this guy, which I can see is caked with dust and really needs to be replaced. I'm getting an air compressor so I can do this proper in the future, but not today. We're just going to go ahead and loosen that screw. That sounds good to me. I always want to go in an X pattern, if you didn't know. So I'm just unscrewing bottom left, top right, bottom right, top left, from my perspective. I can already feel it coming out. And that will be all we got to do. Yep, that thing is sticking out. One of these screws isn't playing nice. There we go. Okay. All right. So, whew, there's dusty down there. Yeah, we're gonna want to do some cleanup before we get back in there. All right. So we've got. It looks like a teeny bit of damage here. Actually, it's not great. But before I pop this out, because we don't want any dust to get in there, so we're gonna just go through here and kind of blast it now. With a little brush. It's my dust brush. Use this for camera, use this for like everything really. It's pretty useful, you know. To just kind of get in there and get the dust out. Again, compressed air would be the way to go. We don't have any today, so we're improvising. I'm gonna do a proper cleanup of this thing later. I have stuff I need to edit, like for Thursday, so yeah, we don't really have time to do everything perfect, but we got time to do everything good enough. So I think that'll help. We'll just clear that out a little bit. While we're in here, we'll get fans a little brushing too. So yeah, originally I built this computer with a 6-core processor and a 1060 GPU, and I did that back in 2017. I built this thing right at the end of the year, like Christmas time 2017. I went back to the States, and originally the idea was to do a YouTube channel, but it was more like my own thing. I wasn't planning on doing something with Score. Score didn't exist yet. The idea was like, okay, we're gonna do like Meacham's English class and do a bunch of videos about English, and like I thought that would be a cool idea, and I still think it's a cool idea, to be honest, but a lot of things happened that kind of ruined that plan, so I ended up not doing it. And then I had this good computer, I had a good camera, I had good equipment, so when we started talking about Score and like ways to, you know, make Score more interesting for people, I was like, you know, I have all the things I need to do YouTube, and I have a desire to do YouTube. And so the rest was history. Here we are. But yeah, this thing, now that I've like 4 years in, I feel like I've gotten a lot better at editing. I don't know if you would agree. I feel like I have. And as a result, it's just like, I need more power, baby. I need more oomph in this machine. I can't just do it with what I got. So, yeah. All right, looks like we're getting a little better on there. So, I don't want to take this guy out just yet. I want to wait until we are, like, ready to go. Until we have the next one ready. So, we'll put that in first with a new cooler. That's what's going to go in there. Looks like we're looking pretty good. Stream health, I hope it's tolerable for you guys. I know it's not great watching a crappy stream that doesn't look good, but whatever, you know, it's life sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna unbox the Ryzen 9 right here. I think that's gonna be the plan. So let's get the Ryzen 9 out of its box, shall we? I'm super excited about this thing. Like, y'all don't even know. We're gonna need to cut that on the back there. Hang on, where's my razor blade? So yeah, I'm just gonna cut this guy right here. That's how you know the seal is broken. I got an incredibly good deal on this. This thing was way cheaper than it should be. It was like $400 instead of being like $650. So I'm super happy. You can see here that we got the chip here in its little case. We're going to keep that case so that we can put the old chip in here. Below here, we are going to have our cooler. Should be in its own little box. There we go. Almost dropped the camera. Let's try that again. Okay, I think we're good now. Yeah, sweet. Yep, very professional today. So this is the Wraith cooler that comes with all high-end AMD processors. So I'm going to be putting this bad boy on there. It's got a little more power for cooling. Yeah, so we'll just have that. I also believe it has RGB, which is cool. If you're into RGB, see we have a couple cables on there and a couple little bracket things. So we may need to install something else here. We'll see. Starting to look like that answer is yes. Now we got cables. Don't know what these little guys go for. I'm thinking now that I need to put in a bracket of some sort, because this is trying to latch onto a bracket. I don't know that I have that bracket. It's going to be an interesting question. I may have to completely abandon this tonight. We'll see. There's always something, isn't there? Okay, so let's look at these instructions. Do they instruct? Okay. So basically, they're telling me for AM4 CPUs, I'm going to want to do the one pin indicators, drop it down, and then this other one has 8. So, oh boy, yeah. So there's these little plastic things that go in there. I think I still have those. I'm going to go take a look. I think I still have those. All right, well, that's not ideal. It seems like I do not have the pieces and parts here. So yeah, I've been looking for the original bracket that was in here. I thought I had that. I don't. So we're going to make an executive decision because we need to edit stuff. And that is that we're going to use this same unit. It's not ideal for today, but it'll get us through. So we're going to need to prepare that for a little bit of work. Yeah, that sucks. I'm usually really good about keeping all my components, so I'm a little annoyed with myself on this one. Like, I don't lose stuff. So I'm not sure why I can't find that. I have everything else from the old case and from the old build. in a drawer except for these two pieces. And I feel like they got to be around here somewhere. But for today, we're not going to worry about it. So that's how it goes. I did find a little bit of compressed air, so I'm going to blast. So, I mean, in theory, this isn't that big of a deal because I believe this processor is a 95 watt. Gotta see how buggy this thing is. I'm pretty sure. Doesn't say on the box. Does it say on the chip? Does not. I'm pretty sure the thermal output though on this thing is not that crazy, so I think this cooler can handle it for now. I might just buy another one that comes with the mounting material, or I'll look around and see if I can find the other thing. I guess we'll find out. So, what's up, dudes? Matt, I see the chat over here, just saying hi. All right, that's gonna be the plan. We're gonna try to install the old heatsink. It's not ideal, but it'll get the job done for now. All right, that candidate isn't yet. So, yeah, we're already off to a spectacular start. You know, wondering how I ever get anything done. But there's one thing I've learned in the world of PC building is that you can always expect something to go wrong, and you just got to improvise for a while or sit there with a broken computer. And I don't have time to sit there with a broken computer, so that's not on the options list right now. So what we're going to do then is prepare this for reinstallation. And we're going to take the old processor out, put the new one in, and then do a bit of mounting. So I need to clearly remove the thermal paste garbage off this thing. So I think that's going to be our first step here. Yeah, that's pretty gunky. I got a little alcohol wipe precisely for that purpose. You use a little one of these, and you can get pretty much everything off of the old one. You know, just going to get down there, clean her up, get her nice and shiny again. We'll let it dry for a bit. You can see there's some crusty thermal paste on there. But now it's looking good as new. There's a couple big scratches in there too, which isn't good for heat dissipation, but you know. Again, I'm not going to be using this thing for long. We're going to be taking this off again and replacing this properly. I may just go all in on a new motherboard, honestly, because I was thinking about doing that anyway. That's another problem with PC building. You know, it's a slippery slope. You start with like, oh, I'm just gonna, replace this part. Then you're like, yeah, but then that new part's not compatible with this other part, so I got to replace this part. And in order to replace that part, I have to replace this part too. And before you know it, you basically build a whole new computer instead of just doing minor upgrades like you said you would. I'm complaining about it because that's the situation I find myself in right now. So, all right. That looks clean. Again, there's also a chance that this new processor won't even fire up. So we could be doing this whole thing again in another day, and maybe I'll record that more properly for you guys and show you what it's like. So at this point, I'm going to take this guy out of here, and that means that I got to have the other guy ready to go. So it's very important to open these carefully. Like, there's all these little pins on the bottom. If you bend those pins, you're going to have bad times. So like, I see that this is a hinge. I'm going to probably just want to like gently get my finger under it here. There we go. Already feel it coming off. Ta-da. Okay. Set that aside. We shall remove the lever. And it pops. There we go. So this guy's ready to be pulled out. I can just grab it by the corners. And while I'm holding this guy, I'm going to flip him face down so that I don't mess with the pins. And then I'm going to do the exact same move. Now, there's a little notch on the corners. It's also a good time to just kind of clean up around here. So I just want to match that notch. Right, this guy was in here. I believe the name usually goes along the the top here, so we'll just want to take this guy out. And it should be drop in like so. I think this is the way it's going to go. If it doesn't drop right in, then I'm doing it wrong. It must be like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's what I thought. All right, so we'll just bring her on down, and we got a new CPU installed. So then the next move is going to be to apply thermal compound and put the crappier cooler back on, since I don't have the brackets for the other one. Unfortunate, but you'd think they would give those to you again, you know, but no, they don't. So, oopsie, oopsie poopsie. Now, unfortunately, installing that thing is really easy, so it's not a big deal. We just got to get ready for our thermal compound stuff. Now, if anyone here knows the Verge memes, you don't want to do it like the Verge. The idea here is I am a big fan of the X method, so just starting in one corner, wait to get some flow, get a nice goopy X down to the other corner, and repeat. I'm going to go a little lighter on the second stroke, just because, like, I already got a ton in the middle there. But that ought to do it. And before I do anything stupid, we're going to take the old one, put it in the tray, so we don't have to worry about anything happening to it. Because we may need this in an hour. I may be back here doing this again. We'll see. This could be a complete failure. We may just end up doing the GPU today. We'll see. We got to see what happens. So now we got our thermal paste, and this thing has had some time to air dry. I think we can safely go ahead and layer on. And I know I want to go this way. So this key thing is just like try to drop it on more or less straight right there. Yeah, I felt the connection, and a little pressure and a little twist never hurt anybody. You're gonna have to get a little. Yeah, here, trying to get in. I hope this actually works. Just open around a lot. I'm never a fan of how much pressure you have to put on this. Honestly, it's bugging me that that's not coming right in. There we go. Caught for a second, but does not want to stay. It makes me wonder if like this heat springer is taller and it's actually not making good contact. The screws in, or have I missed something completely in like? Okay. So yeah, anytime something's not working the way it's supposed to work, you probably shouldn't force it. And I'm beginning to wonder if there was something underneath there that maybe has slid, like underneath the back plate there. So I think we're going to redo that. I'm actually going to take this off the thing because I think I got to flip it up for a second. So much fun. Such a good time. So, yeah. I have my doubts that this is working. And I'm going to just gently get that off. You're going to probably have to reapply that. That's okay. But now I know. Oh, something did come out. So there we go. Okay, we're gonna have to switch how we're doing this. That was not expected, but there we go. I was like, man, these screws are not reaching. So Been a while since I did these, but I don't think we broke anything. We're good still, hopefully. Said unconfident. There. So yeah, I just want that to come off. There's our issue. See, this thing fell out. So I was trying to push this processor in somewhere where it was not going to go. Now this does make a bit of a pain in the butt. So see, the issue here is that now I got to do the vertical install. It's not fun to do a vertical install. Because this thing's not going to stay there. Unless I like tape this or something, but even then it's going to get to the pressure, so unless we want to support it with something else. So basically, like it doesn't go any of it there. Now it's in. So now that it's in there, we can get the stuff back on. I'm probably going to want to reapply that thermal paste though too. So, although if I do it now, it's not cured yet. It'll probably be fine. Again, we're going to be replacing it soon anyway, so whatever. Let me try to reposition the camera setup for you guys. Show you a little better. All right. So besides, that means I can sit on something for a second. All right. So what I got to do now is basically get this back onto here while not losing contact with this part back here, and somehow screwing this in with only 2 hands. So let's see if we can do it. If I can just get like one to latch a little bit right there, probably get the second one in better. And you know what? Looks like the cooler is going to go in upside down today. That's the way I go. All you gotta do is go there. Alright, let's see if we can do this better with a screwdriver. Maybe you're just getting the top one right now. Broke a cardinal rule. I'm breaking a lot of rules tonight, people. You should not do what I'm doing today. I'm doing it wrong. But when you've done it for, 15 years, more than that, you make mistakes, You don't have to be perfect. That's the real secret of the professionals, by the way. We don't do everything perfectly, but we do get the job done. Okay, I think outside's in good. I can see back here. This is definitely, that's in perfectly. So, if all went according to plan, that would have been a lot cleaner and nicer to look at, but it didn't go according to plan. So, instead we're just going to plug this back in, and we'll just use the fan down here. Now, if I were being smart, like the next move would be to just test this, but like, it should be fine. I'll let you guys see the boot up if you want. So, okay, now that I got it standing up and we're just looking at it, I might as well just do the GPU like this too, because who cares? So let's unbox the delectable looking. I need to take this panel off anyway, because I was going to be putting the hard drive back in, so we're just doing things a little differently now. All right, the 3060. I've been waiting for this for a while. So the 12 gigs VRAM on this thing are going to make it so much easier for me to edit, because one of my #1 things that I've been running into is a lack of video memory, especially when I want to do cool things like effects and stuff. And I go into After Effects and it just chugs. It chugs so hard. It's just like, I can't do this anymore, guys. It's in a lot of obvious pain. So, you know, this is going to help immensely. Plus, it will speed up the render times of my videos, hopefully coupled with a 12-core processor to boot, and won't be living large. So, look how wrapped this is. It was a box, and inside of the box was bubble wrap, and inside of the bubble wrap was foam, and inside of the foam was a delicious-looking anti-static bag. Alright. Do not enter without proper electrostatic safety equipment. That's, guys, it's all black still. Okay. Pretty much everything is super resistant to static today. I've never built with a static strap, and to date that has not bit me in the butt. So. And there you have it. Oh, look at that thing. Oh, it's so pretty. I want you. I want to be with you. Sorry, I'm getting a little excited about my machine here. Okay, heal. Successful. Alright, so now the only thing I need to be mindful of is, of course, not holding it by the stupid thing here. And then there's also this 8-pin connector, so I want to see if they gave me one of those, because if not, that's also going to be a problem. They should have, you would think, I feel like a thing down here that maybe could contain one, but now I'm not feeling it. Uh-oh. So don't tell me I need a connector that I don't have. This is going perfectly. This is going to be the biggest tech tips fail on the internet. Like, this is a bad build so far. Yeah, there's nothing else in here. And I don't know that I have that 8-pin connector. I do have a modular power supply. It does have other cables. So we may be able to. But now that I know that's on an 8-pin, and I only have 6-pin connectors currently. Well, oh wait, no. Okay, we're good. We got that. Yeah, it's the 6+2 configuration. Okay, cool. All right. I'm beginning to think everything's going wrong. Like, I can't even have an ounce of optimism anymore. All right, so I just want to take up the little plasticky sleevey for the gorgeous PCI Express slot, and then we will drop it right into where the old one was. Good, satisfying click. And I want to screw that in quickly because GPU sag is real. Alright, don't ever let anyone tell you the opposite. Sag is not really a big issue, but it can break cards, especially if you would like take your PC out for a drive because you like love your PC and you're just like, let's spend some time together, baby. Like, that could legitimately cause a sag incident that could cause you some problems. Okay, but my holes are not lining up very well here, so, alright, there they are. Okay, it's one of those. Sometimes they're on the outside of the bar, sometimes they're on the inside of the bar. Today we're on the inside of the bar. I don't like the inside of the bar as much. Alright, here. Yeah, we're grabbing. And I always do the bottom one first because we're preventing sag, remember? So you start at the bottom, then you move to the top. And we get one secure GPU. Okay, so this is probably a good point to test things, because we can plug this in and have it in test condition quickly and find out if this is actually working or not. If we can boot, then I would continue to proceed to do more things. So let's just make sure this fits. It looks like it fits right there. And then the +2 should go right in with it, I believe. Just like that. Okay. So as it stands, this should be bootable. If this new CPU on this new BIOS on this older generation cooler that it's not meant to be used on. Agreed. That's quite a few ifs. I'm also changing multiple things at once. That's never smart, but we're doing it because sometimes you don't got the smart way. So I'm going to take this into the other room, and I will bring you over in a moment. Okay, we're going over here. Here's the setup in all of its glory. All right. Well, let me just not sit on my glass, by the way. See, I didn't want to do that. So all we have are the bare essentials. We have the keyboard connected. We have the mouse connected. We have one monitor connected. We have nothing else connected because that is the one true way to test your setup. Never let anything else get in the way of you in your first boot. So, will it boot? We're about to find out. So far, I'm not seeing any activity from the monitor, which is suggesting that the GPU is not actually doing anything, which is entirely possible. The fans are spinning though. That's a good sign. So we could have a couple explanations for this. Well, we're definitely not getting any signal to the TV yet. So we're going to do a hard shutdown. Because this is why we can't have nice things. We're just going to try it one more time. Because sometimes that's all it takes. Now, if I don't get any post at all here, I can double check my monitor connections. There is one HDMI port, and that is what I plugged it into, so that should be working. But it's always worth trying like another one. I have some other monitors hooked up on DisplayPort, so I could try those as well, just to see if like anything comes online. Let me know if it's a bad HDMI port or something. But still nothing's happening, so I think it's pretty safe to say that we're not posting. So we're shutting her down again. Now, time for the oldest trick of the book. So this is called clearing your CMOS. And it's really ghetto looking if you're doing it right. Now, this will wipe the memory that's in the motherboard, which is currently pretending that it's something it's not, maybe. So we just hold this in here while this thing is powered on, which I know looks absolutely dumb. And then we just power it back off. And 60% of the time, this works every time. Oh, I heard a hard drive jiggle. But not getting any love out of the post here. Okay, so now we enter the fun game of which part is causing the problem. Is it the GPU or the CPU? I'm leaning towards CPU because I don't trust this BIOS update to save my life. So we may be going back to that first. I'm very inclined to believe that's the problem. And yeah, I just, it's way more likely to be the CPU than the GPU, given what I know today and how things have gone so far with that installation. So if we do a retry, we're going to just reseat the old CPU and see what happens. So, I mean, if you guys want to watch me fail, we can keep failing together. I don't mind. So Let me get you back out into the kitchen or living dining room, whatever room that is. I don't even know what room I'm talking about anymore. All right, so I'm gonna be bringing back the system. Yeah, all right. Text me for a second. All right, so I had a chat and everything. All right, yep, we're gonna do a 4EC. That's unfortunate, but that's what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll see if we can do it intelligently from this side. Probably not. Let's. Oh, I didn't do it again. So yeah, that BIOS update that I did, it was a little sketchy. It was a little uncomfortable. BIOS updates are always terrifying, but this one in particular just wasn't good. I'm tempted to try putting the 1060 back in and just hoping that's the problem, but it's very unlikely to be the problem. So yeah, I think we're gonna just disconnect that. There we go. And we'll take it back out for safety reasons. Because I don't need this to fall down on that and damage more things. So, besides it's such a quick install. Like, there are times where you have to remember not to get lazy. Fun though it might be. Okay. Red tab. I think that's out. There we go. Okay, put you aside. We're going to put them back in a minute. Six months older than the processor's release date, which is never a good sign. You want your BIOS update to be after your thing is released. It's an update. So if it came out before, now there is a beta one, but I don't like to install beta BIOS. That could be a solution here. Could be trying that before we try installing this again with a better heatsink. So now, if it doesn't work on that BIOS at all, then the next solution will be buy another motherboard, which I was wanting to do anyway, because I don't want to have dual M2 slots and like more expansion card slots to fill out the rest of this case here. So we may just do that. We may just buy another motherboard tomorrow and try this again, doing a full proper install. But for now, we're gonna get this cooler off again. We'll unplug it first. Not because there's electricity to worry about or anything, but just because, like, man, you don't want to drop something and then have it, like, you know, fall on other things and yank things, and just trying to exercise a little bit of intelligence here. So far, not much has been on display. All right, you know. There we go. These are supposed to be designed so that you can, like, undo them with your fingers and stuff. Oh, there we go. Done the last one. So, yeah, I definitely want to take a different tack on this. I have a hand under there for sure. And I'll let the other part fall out, whatever. It's not going to hit anything. Yeah, I just checked. It's not going to hit anything. See, I was right. Okay, so Now we're definitely talking about another fresh application of thermal paste. I'm going to need more alcohol thingies. And by alcohol thingies, I mean just a bottle of alcohol and some paper towel, because I was hoping to only have to do that once, and I only stole one of those little alcohol pads from the flight. So, lesson learned. Steal as many as you can before you get off the plane. It's not really stealing. They were given out to all of us, for the record. Gustavo, the lawyer, is watching. He would be like, don't say we stole stuff. And it's like, we didn't steal anything, okay? They were giving them out. And some people just left them on their chairs, and I just grabbed one on my way out. And I'm thinking I should have grabbed more than one. All right, well, heatsink, you're clean. So we're gonna do exact opposite process now. We're gonna plunk the 1600X back in, or 1600, it's not an X. So look at that. I think I overduped a little bit there, especially on that side base. Not too bad though. I've done worse. Actually, that was a pretty decent insult. It's just a shame that it's not going to matter. You definitely want to have a hand on the thing, because it can fall out. Alright. Okay. And let's just do a quick visual. No, it's perfect. It's in beautiful condition. So no damage or anything has been done to this. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing wrong with the processor. We'll clean the processor up in a second, but first we're going to put the old CPU back in so I can clean it, because I want to clean it while it's in a socket. Like, I don't want to clean it outside, because that's how you break pens. Okay. So now we can get in there a little bit. I'm going to I am going to clean up this one, though, just for the good one for a second here. Just to get some of the excess off. We'll give that a proper cleaning next time we try to install, but for now we're just getting off the gunk. Yeah, I would say that was a bit of a liberal application. In fact, I could do less. So every compound's a little different. I have used MX5 in the past. I think it's discontinued now, and so I saw MX4 at the store, and I just picked that up because I know MX4 works fine, but I haven't used it in a very long time. I used some Grizzly Cryonaut that I lent out to somebody and didn't have time to recover. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter that much. Unless you're going for like a liquid metal, extreme cooling solution, it really doesn't matter. Especially because we can see here too, like, it doesn't even make contact with the whole metal part here. So, alright, but we do want to get ready for that install again. So, look back there. Let's grab our compound, and we'll just try to apply a slightly lighter X this time. We do want to keep it a little bit close. Move the area a little too much on the side of caution. So they'll do little dabs. There you go. That seems better. Alright. Just like we did a minute ago. Let's do it with the hand screw first. We're going to need to think I'm gonna get it. What the heck? Weird. It's not grabbing as well as I want it to. These aren't typically designed to be like reused 1,000 times, so this is only like the third install. So the bottom ones are being weird. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I need a lot more pressure on the back this time. Now, if this doesn't work, I'm going to go back to the 1060 and start over again. And we'll see, but I'm pretty sure this will be good. We're fully locked in. Yep, okay. Oh, it's a shame. I really wanted 12 cores today. Well, let's get the 3060 back in here. Oh, I realized I haven't taken the plastic off of these yet. No wonder it doesn't want to sit in there right. Well, oh, we should do that cable first. Or the hard to reach cable. It's a good thing about cables is if you just leave them hanging there, you'll probably notice. Because they'll get in your way. Okay. That's it. And it's time to screw it in. If I end up tonight with just a better graphics card, honestly, that's fine. But then I can just go play Rocket League and enjoy myself. The 12 cores, though, will be necessary soon. That's going to have a nice impact on virtual machines and rendering times, so that's what I would like, definitely. But for now, I would just be happy with the 3060 in my brick. Okay. Let's try this again. Let me get you, and I'm going to leave you here for a second. All right, let's try this one. Let's see if we get it. Okay. Post, please. Oh, it immediately did things. I think it wants to do a thing. Huh. Now I'm concerned. Oh, wait. We got light. Hang on. We got input. We got post. Spam delete. All right, hang on. Okay. Devices changed. Yes. Have fun to run setup. Okay. All right. It does seem like. Let's just see what our. All right. It is not recognizing my mouse for some reason in this, but whatever. That's fine. I want to know what else is in here. All right, it's recognizing it as occupied even if I can't properly go to it. So let's go to boot. That's why I was having that boot issue then, huh? For some reason, my boot. We're gonna leave all the other stuff off for now. I'll fix this stuff up later. I've had this weird boot issue where it needs another hard drive to tell the main hard drive to boot. And I haven't been able to fix that. I think I know what to do. That's what happens when you continually upgrade machines. It's like it's like a weird cyborg that never is one thing. Yeah, I think I want the second option right here. And then we should have a boot. Should. Did not, for some reason. Okay, we're doing this again. So I did have this issue where it was not wanting to boot. I got it to boot though, but now it's doing it again. Now I did clear my Cmos and have this problem, so I do think I need to go back into my settings and just make a couple tweaks here. Hopefully, it's not a big deal. I don't know why my mouse isn't registering though. That doesn't make a lot of sense because it was working just fine. Oh wait, no, I didn't plug in that cable. That's right, I did the one true connection, and that means we plug this way in. There we go. And now we got a mouse. All right, that's gonna help. So we went to boot. Yeah, we stayed in legacy. We want that first option to be this, and this other option to be this. And security, I remember we had that off. We had that off. I don't think there was anything else I had it. Oh wait, there was this option in here. Yeah, we want that one first. Right. Because that is supposed to be the right one. And then priorities, the Plexter, yeah, like that. Okay. So we try to boot off that one, then we resort to this guy. I think that's what I had configured before. Because now it says it up here, and that means that it's recognizing it. So for some reason, I've always had to do this weird configuration to tell it to use this boot manager from this old hard drive. That's the only reason I've never taken out that stupid 240 gig SSD. I've wanted to replace that with something bigger forever. And I'm using other slots that I could, but for some reason, this drive is like the blessed drive that always boots. When it's configured in this one very particular setting, it is so crazy reliable. And then every time I reset the thing, I forget that I have to like fix that. I need to write that down. Well, let's see. I'm pretty confident now that I just did that thing that is going to work. So let's see. Oh, of course I had to jinx it by saying that out loud. Fun times. This is yeah, good stuff, right? Great content. Watch a man struggle with his computer tonight. Should have changed the title. Here I was thinking this was going to be a walk in the park. It really should be. That's the disappointing thing about this is like the whole reason I bought into this A&D platform was they were offering crazy good core counts for really good prices, which is great for editing. The other thing though is they were like super big on giving you another like chance to upgrade. Like they were like, look, we're going to support this for 4 generations. And to their credit, they did. They did support the socket for 4 generations. But the chips that were in there only the best ones really supported it forever. And so what that meant is like mine was a mid-grade one, ended up being like kind of ignored by the updates, and so compatibility hasn't been great. I have read of people online successfully doing it, so I know it can be done, but it's like it's not consistently effective. So I had a feeling that this could happen today with the processor. Why that's bungling my boot so much is kind of beyond me. Um, and I think I wanted to go back to that and then hit that boot menu because that's how I got in before. Once I hit that boot menu, I was golden. So yeah, it's like a little disappointing to buy a new platform and then realize later, crap, I gotta buy a new motherboard anyway, and like, get into the limits of my power supplies. I'm practically at the point where like I could have just built a new computer all at once and done it clean, and it would have been like nicer. But we didn't do things that way. We did things this way. So this is the way of the PC nerd. You can't not do it this way. But we're booted. Okay? We're booted. We are up. And the graphics look funky because they're not calibrated correctly. Hang on, that could be private information that you're not supposed to see. I don't know. There's things on there. That could have been some important business that, yeah, this looks so bad. Oh my God. Look how bad this looks. It's amazingly bad. But it is a 3060 working correctly. Because we need to update our drivers for this thing badly, as you can see. So once NVIDIA kind of loads its garbage, and we just kind of keep all this other stuff from popping up in your face, then we should be good. Now I don't have internet, so I'm going to need to do that. I'm going to probably spend some time doing this stuff, my people, because now I'm going to be doing boring things on the screen, and since I'm sharing from the laptop, you're not going to be able to even really see what I'm doing, so I'm probably going to call it a stream right here. Thanks for watching me struggle to install a processor, and for watching me successfully get a 3060 in here. I'm going to go do some file management things and put some stuff back together so I can actually edit tomorrow. Working on some very cool stuff, so I hope you guys are checking it out on Thursday. There is nothing in the queue. I got to make some magic happen in 2 days, but I have done that all this last month on my trip, so I'm confident we're going to be good. With this new puppy in there, I think we're going to fly. So you should be seeing some cool stuff on Thursday. Okay, my people? So yeah, thank you all for your patience and cooperations. I realize that the quality of the stream has been hot garbage. And, if you did enjoy at least a little bit of it, subscribe to the channel and wave goodbye to yourself as I end the stream.